What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Review Time. Today we're doing a three-way side-by-side. We have a two-barrel blend party source pick. So this is two barrels blended together. So two single barrels blended together, sold. And then we have an actual single barrel right there. This is Canal's pick from 2013. Oh, this pick is also, I'd say it's a year old. So this has been open about a year. This Canal's pick I bought opened, used. So I'd say it's been open for about 2-3 years. And then we have the recently opened, the Marvel pick, 1792. Also, I believe the circa is 2013 or prior. And this is also a single barrel. Don't know much about Marvel. It's probably a liquor store of some sort somewhere. Who knows? I know Canal's, they have really good single barrels. Hands down, no matter what you're getting, you know they get good choices at barrels regardless. So I went ahead and I mixed up all these. So I don't even know what I'm drinking. On the bottom, they're numbered. And from there on out, I'll look at the number when I'm done and I'll know which one is which. But I'm going to give an honest review. So we're going to do these blind, all three side by side. I have no idea what they are. They're marked on the bottom, and I know what they'll be at the end. So we're going to do this blind, honest review here, and let's see what we get, yeah? Cheers. First one is up. No idea which one this is, so this is exciting. Let's see where they really fall. It's got a beautiful cherry caramel oak nose. Just like, what? A little bit of walnut and pecan in there. This is a beautiful nose. Absolutely. Got a little bit of legs in there, if you can see that. I don't know, there she's starting to run a little. Just a welcoming, sweet cherry, oak, pecan, vanilla, a little bit of honey in there. Oh, man. Damn, that is good. That is freaking fantastic. I'm telling you, folks, don't sleep on the 1792 single barrels, especially these older ones, these Ridgemont Reserve picks. This is definitely a solid pour for sure. You get a lot of the cherry and nut tones on the nose, and you're getting some oak in there, and you're getting a little bit of honey. And then same with the palate and everything as we keep going through this. Solid bourbon. All the way through to the finish. This definitely is a standout for sure. So I'm going to leave that one right there. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I think I know what they are. I mean, okay, fun fact. All of this bourbon, I will have my wife go and pick a bourbon blind. So I have no idea what she's picking. I say, hey, give me a bourbon. And it's kind of a little fun thing that I do. I try to figure out what bourbon it is. Between you and I think I already know what the picks are, and I haven't even had the third one because I think I figured out these two for sure based on just the nose. Interesting. The first one was definitely more full body. It's got a great nose. Similar to the first one, less cherry, a little bit more orange, like orange marmalade on the nose, some honey, some oak, some vanilla. But on the palate, this one is just, it falls short. I don't know if it has to do with how long, whatever this one is, has been open. Like this one's new, just open. These two, this is at least a year, and this is at least 3 years. So I don't have any idea what they are. But I'm just saying that can affect, aeration of a bourbon. That can affect the flavor and how the outcome of the bourbon for sure. This one's good. This one is not as good as this one by a long shot. And by that I mean, this had that full body, that punch, that drive, that just flavor, punch after punch. You're like you're fighting Rocky. Boom, boom, boom. Flavor bombs going off in your mouth with that one. This one, it's kind of like null. It's not as sharp. It's a great bourbon. This isn't half as good as that one though. So the finish definitely dies quick. In the back end of the palate, it's like you get some of that honey, some of that vanilla, some of that caramel. It's lost a lot of that punch that one had. Whatever these two, this one's definitively better, hands down. So, and then the finish is kind of moot. Like, definitely nothing to write home about. So let's move on to this third one. I did have them picked correct, I think. We'll see in a second. I'll tell you in a second by taste alone if I had them picked correct. That's definitely better than the second. For sure. It's different. These two were similar in a sense with the profile. Okay, if I had to guess right now, I think this is 3, this is 2, and I think this is 1. I'm almost positive based on the taste. So let's find out what this is. Number 2. See that? I went 1, 2, and 3. So I labeled them 1, 2, and 3, and then I mixed all the glasses up, so I have no idea what each one is. I know. And then this is definitely gonna be, yep, that's 1. So I knew right away that these two had similar profiles. So these two are these, right? So now we can just put them in front where they go. So right away, this is the first one I tried. Freaking awesome. Just an explosion. Now, can it affect have an effect of like how long it's been opened? Yeah, it could. I don't know. I don't want to say that that's a complete factor in this, but this is really good by itself, right? But when you put them side by side, like, okay, I definitely went 1, 2, and 3. Like, this is how I ranked them. 1792, Ridgemont, Marvel pick, Party Source, double barrel blend, and then the Canal pick. I used to rant and rave about the Canal pick, and I mean, I don't open this that often, so this is kind of surprising in my opinion. I thought the Canal was going to blow these two away, but tell you what, this is fresh cracked. Generally, bourbon gets better having a more air. So, okay, so as you get more air to bourbon ratio, it starts to aerate, right? And over time, the bourbon actually will get better. Some of those alcohols are slightly burned off, and it does kind of mellow out a little. So that's what I mean by like how much air. Like, okay, so this is down there. Like I need to kill this probably in the next 3 months, 4 months at max. Just because there's so much air to bourbon ratio, it's going to just keep aerating, and eventually it's just going to be kind of dull. And we don't want that. Or it can even go south and get bitter or get cloudy. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen at that much in there, but if you get even lower, you definitely got to kill the bottle. Anyways, this thing is a rock star. #1 pick for sure. And then this Party Source pick, this was a surprise. I'm going to be honest. I thought this was going to be number 3 in my rankings, but that was actually number 2. It's very good. I just think old to new, if you try these side by side, you have a separate profile, in my opinion. So let's go back to back, nose to nose. You get a lot of nut profile here. You get the cherry, you get those caramels. It's rich, it's deep, it's heavy, and it's thick, okay? With this, it's not as heavy. It's like light, it's a little floral. It's these are different noses for sure. Like, and yeah, obviously they're different single barrels, and it's technically a double barrel, single barrel, whatever. 2 barrels blended. Like, this is good. But this is, man, this is stellar. Stellar pick. Not even a competition. These two left on the sidelines. This guy right to the front. At 93.7 proof, this thing drives at about 100, meaning drinks, at about 100, and it is absolutely beautiful. It is everything you want in a bourbon. These are okay. I wouldn't write home about them. I'm not crazy about them. Individually, drinking by yourself or with friends, individually, they can be great bourbons. But when you start to put them side by side, other bourbons, you see what rises to the top. So, with this being said, hey, Marvel pick, and yes, I actually did pick up a second one on secondary. I'm that guy. I don't, honest to God, like all day long at 240, because I got the second one at 240, I would drink this all day at 240. Would I like to pay retail with the normal, what is $17.92 is like 40 bucks? Yeah, but these are different. These two are very different in like the profiles. And they don't taste the same anymore. You might find once in a while a really good honey barrel. Nah, this older stuff though, this stuff is awesome. However, this Canals is a letdown. Anyways, cheers, enjoy.